Hello, Shion Costello checking in here on Alloy Day 18. I'm at Experimental Sound Studio in Chicago, and today I'm going to be working with a bunch of stuff I bought at the hardware store. Probably cost about $10. I'm going to use this felt pad, just kind of something to sort of soften furniture. Pad furniture, but I'm going to just use it in the piano. It's commonly used for, muting strings and stuff like that. I'm just going to mess with that a little bit, play with this thing and cut it up probably, see what's possible there. So this will be an interesting day, a lot of just free exploration with various objects, which is kind of the whole ethos of the project in the first place. So going back to roots here and just playing with stuff. We'll see how it goes. All right, that concludes my day on experimenting with different materials that I got from the hardware store recently. First thing was the bolts, I believe, that I tried out, and I found uses for both sizes depending on where you are using them on the instrument, and that was useful, and I will use all of those. Just more external tooth washers are always good to have because they create a really good rattling effect. In terms of fishhook screws, the 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter versus the 1 1/4 inch or 3.2 centimeter. These are much better. The 1 1/4, very useful. I really like how big that cup is on there for this cup screw. Brass cup screw, and they're very useful. I'm going to probably get more. Unfortunately, they cost more. They are a little more expensive. It was like, just only packs of 2, whereas these were like in, packs of 4. But these aren't as useful, and I don't think I'm going to use them much. And I'm probably not going to carry them around with me. But these are useful. They're a little thicker than the ones that I typically use, but they're also a little smaller. Actually, are they? Yeah, they are a little smaller. These are thinner but bigger. These are thicker but smaller, and the cup is way bigger. So a lot of interesting things to do with the bigger cup. You see how small this cup is here, or whatever you want to call it, that rim. So these are useful, these are not so much. This was also very interesting and useful, the felt, especially when combining with una corda pedal, which is the leftmost pedal on the instrument. That has a lot of interesting effects when combining bolts and screws and anything else, actually. Other ideas I think could come about from this. And then finally, for the moments where the una corda does not work, a split tone is really effective too. This flattens and messes up the pitch a little bit, but just only ever so slightly, so that when you combine that with a clean, normal string, it has a split tone effect and sounds really almost so out of tune that it sounds good. And it's a uniform sound that you can do that with multiple notes. So very cool stuff there. And that concludes the day. A lot of really interesting experiments and things that I'll use, and a couple things I might not use. So overall, good day. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this.